How's it going, party people? Axel Williams here today, and today, guys, I'm going to be talking about Alien Romulus as I watched it a couple of days ago. Spoilers before I start though, guys. Spoilers before I say too much about this movie. I will be revealing some spoilers, so just prepare yourself for that. Now, if you're all big fans of the Alien franchise, I'm actually not a huge fan. I'm not an absolute die-hard fan of the Alien franchise, but having watched the movies in the past, obviously Alien, Aliens, Alien 3 and so on, also having played Alien Isolation, the game, I thought to myself, I want to give this new movie, Alien Romulus, a good shake. And I was quite cautious going into this movie. I was quite cautious. I was quietly optimistic. However, I was quietly optimistic about this this film. I thought to myself, this film could be good. I think it had the potential to be a good film. I watched the trailers, and I thought, you know what, this actually doesn't look too bad. I've watched the other ones that they've done as well, obviously, because you've got Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and so on. You've got Prometheus, you've got Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant I thought was absolutely tripe. Absolutely And the first thing I'll say about Alien Romulus that I actually did like about this movie was, for me, it reminded me quite a lot of Aliens, Alien 2. You've got the group exploring, then one by one they get killed and attacked by the facehuggers and the xenomorphs. And like I said, guys, before going into this movie, I was quite sceptical, as I am with a lot of modern day films, particularly when they're obviously rehashing old movies or, you know, sequels, prequels and so on. I'm always very, very cautious because most of the prequels and sequels, you know, that they make in this day and age, for me, are always terrible. I always see them as cash-grabbing garbage, nostalgia-driven nonsense. And although, of course, Alien Romulus had some nostalgic scenes, overall for me, it was a very good film. The one thing I was quite concerned about going into this film, was it going to be one of those movies that tries to remind you of the original two, you know, Alien and Aliens, particularly Aliens, by just throwing a xenomorph after a xenomorph at you? Was it just going to be nonsensical action for the sake of throwing xenomorphs into every scene? But it was good because there wasn't too much action. There wasn't too much action in this film. It was kind of, there was a lot of suspenseful scenes. There was a lot of scenes where you kind of watch it and you think to yourself, you know, I wonder what's going to happen next. The one thing I was very happy about was that they did use the facehuggers and the xenomorphs. Because I remember, obviously, I think they did use the xenomorphs in Alien Covenant, which I thought was an absolutely shocking film. Probably the worst of the entire franchise, arguably. Prometheus didn't, obviously. So then we're obviously looking back to Alien Resurrection and so Alien 3. But this movie, for me, it did a good job of recapturing the qualities of the original two. It did a good job of recapturing the charm of the original two, because obviously in Alien, the first one, it's more of a suspenseful scene. You've got, I think it's just one xenomorph. In the second one, there's obviously a group of them with facehuggers, so there's a bit more action. I did think it was a good blend of the first two movies, but that's just how I interpreted it. But out of all the Alien movies that they've recently made, you know, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, Alien Romulus, I do actually ask myself the question, which one do I actually like the best in terms of, like, the actual modern day Alien films in comparison to Alien and Aliens? I'm going to have to say Alien Romulus is probably the best one. I do think Alien Romulus is the best one in terms of reminding me of the originals. Obviously I don't watch films for that, because that is something I've talked about in videos before about nostalgia and stuff like that, but this one was the most like the originals in terms of it captured so much of what was good about the original two, because I only really think Alien and Aliens are probably the ones that get recognised as good movies. I think Alien 3 I thought was poor, Resurrection's terrible. This one, Alien Romulus, did a real good job, I think, of bringing back some of that quality and charm that the second one in particular had. I really felt sorry, I must say, on a quick note, for the synthetic android in Alien Romulus. He was such a nice guy. I mean, he was really such a nice guy. He was picked on by that guy, wasn't he, at the start? And I always looked at his face. He always looked sad. I felt really, really sorry for the android in this film. He was almost like, he always looked upset. And I remember watching the film a few days ago, just looking at him thinking, poor guy, you poor android. But no, I thought it really was. I really enjoyed the movie. There's some cool scenes in it as well. There's some cool scenes in it. There's a scene where, like I said, spoilers, please turn it off if you don't want to listen to this. I did say spoilers at the start, but there's a bit where there's a few members of the crew have to sneak past the facehuggers in a room, and they have to be really quiet. They literally have to, like, turn up the heat of the room to match their body temperature, and they have to sneak past all the sleeping facehuggers, which was really cool. There's a bit at the end when Rain, who's the main character, she basically has a massive shootout with about 6 or 7 or 8 xenomorphs, and then she shoots them all to dust, and then their acid is like spewing around the room, but it's zero gravity, so she has to like do a kind of zero gravity dive through the room and try and dodge all the acid around her, and that was a really cool scene as well. And if I'm right in saying this, Alien Romulus, in terms of story, date and time, the time frame of the movie falls between Alien and Aliens. So you've got Alien and Aliens here, and you've got Alien Romulus in the middle of both of them, so it falls between the stories of Alien and Aliens. Alien Romulus, in my view, reviving the Alien franchise because, like I said, it's the closest one to the first two. It's particularly the closest one to number 2, Aliens. You know, if you grew up watching Aliens and Alien 3, you are most certainly going to enjoy Alien Romulus because it brings back everything that you loved about those films. Everything you loved about those original, particularly the first 2, particularly number 2. Alien Romulus also offers in bucket loads. It really does. A genuinely good horror film, honestly. I don't want to say too much. This is why I'm kind of slightly awkward to make this video, because what I want to do, obviously I said this video is going to show, going to reveal some spoilers, but I don't want it to reveal too many spoilers. I don't want to literally talk about the whole film and then ruin it for people, because people who watch videos don't always, even though they know there's spoilers in videos, they don't always want to literally have a movie completely killed before they watch it. So I'm not going to talk about it too much. I don't think the characters in this one were particularly good, if I'm being completely honest with you. A lot of them were just, every character felt like a side character almost. It was more about watching a good Alien film, like an Alien film that kind of resembles something of what it was, but not too much. Just someone who actually wants to make a good Alien film. It was more about that for me. I just wanted to watch this film, and I wanted to walk away thinking that was a good film. That was probably one of the best films I've watched, in 2024. And I think I walked away thinking that. But I'm glad I watched this movie because it was a good film. I look at the entirety as well of the Alien franchise, and to be fair, it's been a bit dead for a little while, hasn't it, to be honest with you? I think the last good game was probably Alien Isolation. I thought Alien Isolation was a really good game. That was an absolutely fantastic game. That captured the atmosphere and just the tension. That was probably one of the scariest games I've ever played, Alien Isolation. So scary. So scary. The last good film, I thought, for me personally, the last film that I actually thought was actually any good was Prometheus. I thought Alien Covenant was poor. Really, really poor, actually. It's not going to end. There's going to be more. I can imagine there's going to be a lot more Alien films in the next 10, 20 years. But, I think this movie did a good job of revitalising the Alien franchise, in my view. If you haven't watched it, guys, give it a watch. Guys, give me your thoughts on Alien Romulus if you haven't watched it. Put a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as always. Guys, thanks ever so much for watching. I will see you guys very, very soon for another video from me, Axel Williams. I can't wait. Love bringing you videos, guys. I hope you enjoy them, obviously. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying the content. Let me know in the comments as well if you'd like me to talk about any other films or any other topics, because like I said, I like talking about certain things. I like talking about different things. So if you've got any suggestions of what you'd like me to talk about, please put it in the comments below and I'll be happy to do it. But yes, guys, like I said, like and subscribe. Give me your thoughts on the Alien Romulus. Give me your thoughts on the Alien franchise, actually, as a whole. What's your favourite Alien film? Is it Alien? Is it Aliens? Is it the one that's just come out? Or is it one of the other ones? Guys, let me know in the comments what Alien films you like the best, and if you've watched Alien Romulus. Guys, thanks ever so much. I will see you very soon. Like and subscribe. It's over and out. Ta-ta for now.